series. The last 7 episodes, we've been able to look at the role of data analytics in various sectors, ranging from logistics down to aviation, to real estate, education, health, agriculture, and all. Today, we're going to be looking at another important sector, and that's the transportation sector. So, we're going to be looking at the role of data analytics in the road transport sector. And as usual, I have with me three amazing young data analysts who will be driving this conversation. I have Kumte Barivore, I have Miss Franca Andy, and I have Mr. Mensa Levi. So let's get started already. We're a little bit behind time. So let's have Mr. Barivore talk to us about what this whole conversation is about and take us through to what data analytics is as well. Over to you, sir.
All right, sir, for another wonderful opportunity which you've given us and the platform politics in the transportation sector. Firstly, the transportation sector is one of the biggest sectors in the world. And travel, leave our homes if we are ordering a ride, stuck in traffic. Analytics has this sector, and whenever we are traveling, it all has to do with transport. And every journey data sorted from stations and um, and traffic camera feeds. So data analytics data and transform insights as sales consumption. It fast cost and supports smart transportation planning. Sometimes on why Google Map can accurately predict our arrival or some roads are congested in the and in the evening. So um the reason why the boat fare increases whenever it's about to rain or it's raining already. The importance is before going to data analytics in the road transport. Okay, because most times they analytics analysis and so let's think of them. We have analysis is on the screen, and so we can say data analytics is the systematic process collecting, processing, analyzing, and interpreting data. That's what data analytics is. So let's look at what data analyst is. Just as we have in the medical sector, where we can say medicine is the profession, the surgeon is the profession, and surgery is the procedure. That's same with data analytics, data analysis. We can say that data analytics is the profession, data analyst is the professional. This is your of carrying out these processes. Okay, so now I went to the types of analytics of analytics. So the first one, which is descriptive analytics, and that's the descriptive analytics. It describes an event that have already happened. It describes an action. So let's look at an example of descriptive analytics. So we can say an example is, let's say, Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) in Rivers State Okay, so let's say Federal Road Safety Corps, they issued out a list of road crash from last year, which is 2025. And from last year, 2025, there were about 500 states, and that's what descriptive analytics is. From the data, and be able to see that, okay, this is what we got in regards of road crash. So let's move to the next, which is diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic analytics is telling us why an event happened. So if after looking at the data, okay, 60% of the road crash data that happened in rate in the year 2020, it happened within a specification. Let's look at the east-west road. Okay, after Eleme Junction, then Eleme Junction is a place. Let's look at study. So if we can say 60% of the road crash that happened in Rivers State happened within that location, after collecting the data and we are now analyzing it, it's now telling us, after looking at the data, why roads happen. And we've seen that, okay, maybe it's a result of, or, or within that 60%, about 45% of the 60%, it's from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So that the reason is as a result of the based on specification, or is as a result of the timing, because we've seen that happened within um and 9 p.m. So after the data, we can see that, okay, these are the cause. So let's move on to the next, is predictive analytics. So is predict analytics uses past events, based on events that have happened in the past, to tell us will possibly happen in times to come. Okay, so of that, looking at use through diagnostic. So we can now say that if this happened period, a prediction will come up to um because of the road crash, and because it's happening at night, we are now going to predict that, okay, because people are driving this speed range and they like driving at night in this location, it is to be expected that a lot of road crashes might still occur. And the last one, which is the predictive analytics. So after when you've done descriptive and problem and the cause, it may be giving a you've gave a possible positive about the scenario, you can now move to prescribe. Because of this road crash occurred, it within you can now say to prescribe the next what should be the fate of drivers. You can now tell them, okay, reduce the speed that you're doing, or this we can government, this is what been experienced within this region state, should increase the light at night. They should bring more street lighting, enhance the sight of drivers, and also to fix the road. If there are areas where they have a lot of potholes within the road, they should look for a way and fix it. So with now prescribe to drivers and road, also telling the drivers that they should always drive within the speed limit and they should avoid driving at night because of what we have. Okay, the next one, can we go to the next slide, sir? Hello, sir, can you hear me? Okay, so now we are moving to the next slide. Would like brief the road transportation industry. Road transportation industry, I will say, is just like the backbone of economic activities, but accounts for the majority passenger movement, freight forwarders, um, those who are traveling, different sectors. In Nigeria, Nigeria is at the dominant because um, in water that is traveling through the persons don't even like traveling through the water. It scares a lot of the way the construction of road be going to an area. Okay, let's look at the numbers we have on the screen. We say 8% global passenger road transportation amounts to 80% global passengers, whole lot of, and remaining the only number left there is 20%. It means that only 20% travel through other means, and fight by road in many countries. So that 70% is a whole lot of number too if we are looking at it. And in Nigerian road, about 200 kilometer, and that 200 kilometer, it's a very large number also, which we cannot really like road transportation. Every day millions of people travel, they go to work, they go to school, hospital, different place. Most of them they use alone, and this on the road, it creates an enormous amount of valuable um, passenger transport. We have buses, taxis. These are through road transportation. We also have freight and logistics. Different, if they want to send their product, it is also sent through the road. Companies like Dangote, DHL, GG Logistics, many more, and most of their transportation are through the road. We also have ride and ride hailing, which is, and next one is public public transit. We have BRT, they monitor passenger and emergency services. Ambulance uses GPS and traffic data to choose their quickest route. So these are different systems that majorly use road as one of their major transportation source. We also have traffic management, which is traffic agencies, and traffic agencies uses live traffic informations to adjust traffic signals and deploy offices. So major sectors use road transportation. Thank you, sir.
All
The
right. So
next,
can we move over to Mr. Mensa?
okay. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'll be talking about data collection. Can you hear me? Okay. Now that we know roads are important, where does the information come from? Different devices collect different kinds of data, and that is what I'll be talking on. We have the GPS data, traffic volume, speed data, accident data, weather data, road condition, and driver behavior. So I'll start with the first one, GPS data. What's the meaning of GPS? Global Positioning System. It is a satellite based navigation system that allows devices like smartphones, cars, and smartwatches to determine their exact location, speed, and direction anywhere on Earth. So simply say that GPS tells us where vehicles are. For example, when you order boat, you can see the driver's location moving on your phone. That location comes from GPS. So number two, we have traffic volumes. Traffic volume simply means how many vehicles passed a road. How many vehicles passed a road. For example, a camera counts vehicles between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. 3,000 vehicles passed a particular junction. The third one is speed data. This measures how fast vehicles are moving. For example, a speed camera catches someone driving at let's say 140 km per hour, where the speed limit is 80 km per hour. So the fourth one is accident data. Okay, when accidents happen, the Federal Road Safety Corps and the police records where it happened. They will record what caused it and also the number of people injured and maybe death count also. So with this information, the analyst can identify dangerous roads. Weather data. Rain affects roads, and we all know that heavy rain causes traffic and more accidents. So if a data analyst knows that rain is coming, they can prepare traffic officers on time. Number six, we have road condition. Road condition. Roads develop potholes. Some roads are cracked. So drones and sensors help detect damaged roads early. Driver behavior. Companies monitor drivers. They watch out for their speeding, harsh braking, and sharp turning. Number eight, we have this is the last one, fuel consumption. Okay, companies monitor fuel usage. Let's imagine two drivers who travel from River State to Delta State. One uses 20 liters and the other uses 40 liters. The company's management will investigate why. Maybe one of the drivers spends too much time in traffic, or maybe the other driver drives too fast. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Mensa, please go ahead. Talk to us about the role of data analytics in road transport. Go ahead, please.
Okay. The role of data analyst. Okay. Who is responsible for making. Sorry, sir. Is this the slide?
Can you hear me?
Uh, no, sir. Wait. Um, sir, can you hear me? Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This slide is for Barivuri, sir. Barivuri, can you hear me?